What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your boy, Sirr Love, and I got an exciting episode for you guys. I got my man, Brandman Sean, on the show today.
What's up, everybody?
Yes, this dude is a beast when it comes to marketing, and he builds a lot of great teams, and I want to make sure that he gives you guys his insight and knowledge on how to do that. I told you guys before that I was getting ready to introduce you guys to a student of the game, and remember I mentioned that student of the game is probably my best video. It's something that everyone should watch, even though it's slept on. This guy is that. Let's get to the show, guys. All right, next question. We're going to throw it up on the screen. We got Dorian Sucks. You know, I checked out some of his videos online. You did a couple creative records you put out there, Dorian. You know, thank you for submitting this question. You submitted 3 questions, and now that you guys are looking at it, it says how to get on popular playlists such as Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, things of that nature. Also, YouTube, Google AdWords for music was number 2, or number 3, how to build SoundCloud. And it's very interesting that you asked these questions. All of these questions, I believe, I think you said you agree, Brandman, they all require their own separate video.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of break them down. But in short, I'll touch on a couple of them real brief. How to get on popular playlists. There's a lot of companies that you can go through that focus on getting artists on playlists. You can kind of look these guys up. I don't know any of them off the top of my head. I do know there's a couple of them on a marketing plan that I created because I had to do the research and look them up. But since I myself have not worked with them, there's none that I would just throw out and refer and say that you should rock with. But there are companies that specialize in getting artists on playlists. Also, those things typically come with fees. It's marketing just like anything else. I think one of them, Spotify was like $2,000 to do an ad on there for the playlist. Like, it's different things of that nature. Spotify used to allow users to create playlists and share them, and you still can do that, but the algorithm before was tailored for individuals to become tastemakers and create popular playlists.
Right.
They saw that was building traction. They said, we want to kind of control this. And if you're paying attention to Spotify in particular, you're seeing them do a whole lot more playlists. But I'll make sure I do a video on that topic down the line. Another one was YouTube, Google AdWords for music.
Right. So I'm actually going to do a video. I don't know exactly what you mean by that in particular, but I am going to do a YouTube, Google AdWords combination type video. I'm assuming you're talking about using those to get out in front of the right people. Not going to answer that fully here because it's so detailed. But if you don't mean it in a different way when I do the video, I'll definitely let Sirr know when I put it out. So maybe you can shout it out so you can know about it, or I'll find your contact. That way I can reply and let you know in the comments that it's out. Okay,
perfect. Last question he had was how to build SoundCloud. Now that's a long video in itself because there's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
In short, building SoundCloud is just like marketing anything else, but this is the marketing guru right here. I know he's going to do a lot of doing some more content about SoundCloud in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll make sure that I link you to him. And I know he's going to do some commenting under your post here on YouTube. But I did a video already that we touched on SoundCloud some. I kind of did like a YouTube versus SoundCloud type joint that's going to come out. But as far as how to build SoundCloud, that needs a whole video to it. There's a lot of strategies and approaches that you could take. We're going to make sure we don't forget about you out there. Other than that, this whole video here and the whole purpose of this was I wanted to make sure that you guys had another view, another voice on some of these topics in reference to team building. I wanted to bring someone in that I have seen do it from the bottom, like really organically, and did it on a large scale and can show you guys how it's done or tell you guys how it's done. This guy, I watched him do it. He put a whole team together, did a crazy, amazing event, brought over 1,000 people out to the event. And if you're a person that's trying to do an album release party, trying to draw people to your records, trying to build excitement about what you're doing, team building is essential to it, and can be done. Question for you, for the people that want to know. If they might be trying to throw a huge release party, how much did it, if you're comfortable saying to people, how much did it cost you to make that event happen?
The festival?
To the festival. If someone is trying to do something like you did, and maybe it's not even that, they want to bring out 1,000 people to their album release party, how much do you think they'd have to spend? How much could they spend to pull that off?
Man, that's actually interesting because it could range depending on your clout and connections already. But I would say the most of the money should be to the space. Your marketing, organic, social, yeah, you can do some street team and get some flyers and things like that, but most of your money really should be going towards the space. You shouldn't be having to do too much towards marketing. You can use things like Google AdWords and things like that, but if you're building your audience and your following right and leveraging your friends and friends of friends, then you really shouldn't be spending that much. I'll throw in a number like 500 max, just considering I'm saying if you're trying to bring out maybe 100 people. But if you're trying to do something a little bit larger scale, you can, let's say maybe bring out 1,000 people, I'd start getting up into $3,000.
Okay, there you go. You heard it right there. And the last question, throw it back on the screen one more time from Yield Master, the 17-year-old kid. He said, and could producers perform at venues like rappers do?
Oh, man. Yield, the answer is emphatically yes. Yes. Sirr was actually talking about beat battles earlier. So I don't know if you've ever seen those, but that's basically producers like playing beats on stage, and it's like a competition style. So that's one way of doing it. But I'm assuming the reason you're even asking this question is you're probably like in the hip hop genre, something related like that. Because if you were in EDM, you would know for sure EDMs, the producers become DJs and they perform as artists on stage. Like that's pretty much how that genre is built out. The culture is already established. So if you're trying to do it that way, I would say look at a Diplo, a Skrillex, just all these big artists in the EDM genre, and realize you'll be doing something that's a little bit against culture and hip hop at the time being. But if you do it right and really are intentional about being entertaining, like as an artist for real and not just being a regular DJ, then you could probably make that happen and start a whole new wave of people just going to parties and you play whatever your production is. Maybe you mix some other people's stuff in there already from the beginning because they don't know your stuff yet. So you want to get the crowd moving on stuff they already know. And then you have this entire aesthetic around you, maybe some glowing lights, something crazy like one of them masks like Dead Mouse has. I don't know if you know who that is. You really need to look at EDM. I'll just say that you really need to look at EDM DJs if you have this question, because they have set the template for how to do it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Beat battles are really big in Atlanta. They're big, I think, in Southern hip hop culture in general. And what a beat battle is two producers get together and they compete just like a freestyle battle, like rappers would do. So if you've seen 8 Mile and you've seen B-Rabbit go at it, it's the same concept, just with beats. And so, you have producers that I went to see Manny Fresh did a beat battle against DJ Toomp. Oh man, it was crazy. So, and like Manny was throwing in skits, and the skits were like dissing the other DJ, and then he back spinning into the record. I mean, it was a whole thing. Dope. It was a whole thing. Dope. So, that does happen. Also, remember that, like, I think Mark Ronson is a great example of what he did with Bruno Mars. It's his record, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Mark Ronson does a lot of great stuff. You don't know who he is, just Google the guy. But he does a lot of different records where he's the artist and even though he's not performing, he's not singing or rapping, he'll get another artist to come in, rap and sing over the record, and it will be his song. Similar to what DJ Khaled does as a DJ.
DJ Khaled. Timbaland does that. Yep. David Guetta, he's again more in that EDM techno side. A lot of producers are doing that. So that's just a really quick thing to throw out there. If you can get artists involved in projects, just make a whole bunch of songs and put them together as your own project, almost how DJs used to have the mixtapes. It's something that could work very well for getting your own brand out there as a producer, which producers really need to focus on today a lot more than they used to. Right.
And also take it back to the classic, The Chronic. Dr. Dre did The Chronic. Now, you don't even have to rap. Most of it, you don't even have to rap. You don't have to be Dre. So he rapped on it, but you can compose an amazing compilation of artists that hop on record and you just do all the beats. That's another way that you can kind of perform. And then in that sense, it would make perfect sense for you to be on stage.
Why not?
The Chronic, your face is on the cover.
Yeah, he put his face on the cover. That lets you know.
So these are a lot of options, but there's a lot of options out there for you guys. So definitely look into that. So other than that, B-Man, do you got anything else to say?
Yeah, man, just the fact that you guys can follow me at Brandman Sean on YouTube. You type in Brand, B-R-A-N-D, Sean, S-E-A, well, man, and then Sean, S-E-A-N on YouTube. I should pop right up. Got a lot of videos and content. Y'all can go ahead and check that out. Other than that, man, you can just hit me up in the comments or on my Instagram, which is SeanTaylor.im. Ask me any questions and I'll be happy to answer.
Right, and we're going to put all that information in the description below, as well as it's probably already on the screen for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, both of us are going to be replying underneath this thread.
For sure.
So, put them below. We can answer as many questions as we can. If you guys have anything, maybe it might turn out to, another video that has to be done about the topic. But we're here as resources for you guys. This guy has an amazing channel, and he's a resource for marketing, your marketing needs to help get you guys out there as an artist. As you know, I'm your source for music, business, motivation, and support. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little about a lot. And every time I jump in front of this camera, I'm trying to give you guys everything that I got. And now sharing this stage with someone else is giving you what they got too. Stay tuned, Phase 6. Thank you. Like, subscribe, check us out. I appreciate you guys. Now.
Come on to Phase 6. If you need some marketing motivation, you can learn to transform your life and build your own empire. With Sirr Love.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, I said real talk, I said real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah. With Sirr Love.